Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're going to take a quick look here at Solana, see what's going on. Awesome stuff. Broke our most recent high here to the upside. Looking at a nice 135 is a rough estimate for a high. That's pretty fantastic. All right, so that's really good news. So what we want to do is kind of take a look at larger time frames and just clarify specific key level resistances and just kind of make sure we understand generally where those are hanging out at there for us, because it's important to recognize previous highs, because they do have a tendency of being retested. And while we did wake up here to 135, we could see that resistance at about 136, 137 from previous week closures. Now, is that a guarantee the price is going to stop when it hits that? No, just kind of a statistical probability, right? So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. You want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a website, link down below. Got all sorts of fantastic stuff. Mainly, my trading academy got a lot of graduates here doing very well. Here are my signals here from recently. We took some nice profit from OGN, 143%, Comp 253, Polkadot 78%, SHIB 174%, Solana 82, Crow 46. That was just yesterday evening. Doesn't include yesterday morning, which was also quite lucrative with Litecoin, Link, OP, and OP. Well, that wasn't two OP, but that was two OP trades. The same one twice, essentially. We hit good 24%. That was our only short there. Just to kind of catch that little downtrend. So what we want to look at here with Solana, is it worth shorting, or is it ideal to take a long position? That's basically the question I get a lot. And the truth is, in situations like this, when everything's pretty much bullish, it's foolhardy to take shorts. Even though the price will probably pull back eventually at one point, you're better off waiting for a good long entry than you are to try to short to that entry. It's kind of the general concept. So I hope you guys can kind of adopt that philosophy, guys and gals, and just make sure you understand a little bit more specifically that, we are in a bullish market. I don't know if you noticed, folks, but things are looking pretty green. Okay, so again, careful taking overextended trades, which this kind of is, but also, extreme careful with shorts. Once again, shorts can happen, or you can be successful with shorts. Just saying in general, it's not really the market for right now. Okay, so let's take a look at Solana here on the back end data. See what's going on here with liquidation, and well, really not much to note. The last 7 days, we see just a ton of liquidation, obviously a few days ago, but not a lot of heavy shorts here in the market, which I'm relieved to see. Okay, it's good to see this. Folks are finally picking up and understanding that, hey, it's not really an ideal shorting market. Now, it's not to say you can't short have success, and or not to say there aren't any. Last 12 hours, we can see a little bit more of a concentration about 135. So 135 is that next liquidation level, where the price action, if it does continue higher, it will effectively sweep that level. You can kind of see here so far, we're establishing higher highs and higher lows. So there is a probability still that that level will be hit. Again, we got to zoom in a little bit further to see that, but let's go ahead and double check our daily time frames. All moving averages are clear. Green light, good to go there. We got a nice MACD convergence here. We talked about yesterday being a strong consideration for filling that gap between, I think it was, we were somewhere in the 120 range, upwards of retesting that 126. Did I expect it to break and surge through? I definitely did not, but I'm glad that we're here now, and it's awesome to see that. Taking a look here at the stochastic RSI swinging up, money flow index, everything's high, right? So again, not really anything that's short worthy. Once more, that's just the macro, not necessarily the the bee's knees for understanding specifically entries, but generally speaking, the overall trend is up. You should move with the trend. Okay, please understand that. That's generally the way that things should be working. RSI extremely overextended, but also very high, 82. Over 70, once again, you never want to consider taking profits until you come back down below 70. That's a general rule of thumb. That's how I like to take good trades. And if we see here, stochastic RSI is still maxed out, and effectively MFI following behind. So these are all bullish signs as well. Okay, now when you see all bullish signs, it doesn't mean the price isn't going to pull back. You do want to look at overextension. And just to clarify here, Solana is pretty good about hitting its overextended state and either reversing or consolidating. So we see a 9 here, consolidate. Previous 9 continues higher. Okay, now we're at a 9 right now. Hypothetically, the price should pull back, right? That's what should happen. But once more, this is a bullish market, folks, and this is just a greed market. And the truth is, we don't know if it's going to slow down or turn around yet. But again, it would be logical to presume a pullback would make sense. Do you short into that pullback? No. You maybe want to consider taking a long when it pivots, though. And we got a previous week closure here at 122 and the most recent high at 126. Those are two areas in which the price, if it were to retrace, would retrace to and effectively bounce. Okay, so it's common for prices to do one of these or to do one of these based on either A, key fib levels, which I haven't drawn out the new charts. This is previous fib levels from the most recent high, the most recent low. The reason why I haven't drawn out that way is because today's candlestick hasn't closed yet, so you don't want to draw out fibs to the upper top here just yet until we know the top is in and or the candlestick is closed, which it hasn't. So that's why we have that in there. So again, just kind of reaffirming the fact that we have a previous resistance at 126.50, close approximate. That would likely be a little bouncing point or consolidation area in which the price may kind of hang out in this little range before it legs up again. Or obviously Bitcoin decides it wants to pull back, we could see a retracement too. There's no guarantees the price of Solana is just going to keep going parabolic like this. But it is good to presume, though, that the price in general will continue higher because that's the general concept that we're seeing. That having said, we're going to look at the Ichimoku Cloud and just confirm, just like Bitcoin right now, really free and clear on every stretch of the word here. No reason to expect a pullback. Bitcoin is pretty well overextended, but again, that doesn't matter too much. However, based from an overextended standpoint, the price of Bitcoin should start to subside and or consolidate. It really hasn't spent any time consolidating, and all that nonsense from yesterday just kind of caused the price to even go further up, which is surprising too with all these exchanges. Excuse me. All those exchanges were like, closing down temporarily, of course, but like my Coinbase showed zero balance, which everyone probably experienced for like 30 to 60 minutes. It was freaking a lot of people out, but again, those are just normal things when nonsense happens and you get too much buy and sell orders at the same time. Anyways, having said all that, Solana's looking truly bullish on every single time frame. Should you take a long right now? Probably not. It seems a little too late to me. But on the same accord, it's a much better statistical probability of taking a long right now than it is to take a short right now. Okay? Even though the price could still pull back, the overall trend is up, and you're still going to have a lot more success moving with the trend instead of against it. Okay? All right, so again, pretty good consolidated efforts here from Solana. Consolidated nicely just before it hits that resistance there, breaks out, comes down to retest that most recent support, and continues higher. This is just standard trading, folks. This happens all the time. I wish I had been awake a little bit earlier to catch that long right there at about 126, or 127 rather. Anyways, hindsight's 2020, folks. Try not to FOMO in, even though it's kind of a FOMO market right now, and you'll probably have better luck doing so. I would just exercise caution when taking shorts and just look for good long entries, really. It's really what we're looking for right now. So I hope that served you well, folks. Thanks again so much for watching. Oh, we got a lot of new members come over to our Discord community. Please make sure you read through our signals guide. I explain the difference between my swing trades and my day trades. We have a lot of different signals coming through. And then, of course, we're also using Bitunix, which is a phenomenal exchange. They're going to be upgrading and having over 200 new trading pairs added in next month, which is tomorrow, coincidentally. So no KYC, no VPN required. Be sure to use them. They are phenomenal. Use my link. You get some nice rewards here too if you decide you want to register with them. Again, awesome stuff. Check them out. Thanks again for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time.